Hey, sociology students, welcome to day 4 of Unit 1. Today, our objective students will be able to explain and apply modern sociological theories to an aspect of their life. So, we focused on the three main sociological theories: functionalism, conflict theory, and symbolic interactionism. Today, we're going to look at 4 of the modern theories: Mead's theory of the development of self, C.H. Cooley's looking glass self, Goffman's dramaturgy theory, and the exchange theory by George Hormans. We will start off with Mead's theory of the development of self. So Mead believes that nobody is born with a mind. Of course, you're born with a brain, but you're not born with a mind. Okay? A mind is something that's developed. And he believes that mind is developed in 3 stages: imitative, play, and game. And we'll go through each of those stages in more depth. So the first stage of Mead is imitative. So this imitative stage occurs very early childhood. The infant is not a social being. He believes that the infant is not a social being, that the infant is primarily aware of its own existence and can imitate symbols around with no attached meaning. An example of that might be a niece or nephew imitating animal noises with no attached meaning, right? If you blow bubbles at a baby and they've blown back, they don't really know why they're doing it, but Mead believes that's the imitative stage, as you can see up here in that visual. Then we have the play stage. Play is when there are attached meaning to symbols. Okay, it's a significant aspect of development. When humans can anticipate behaviors and become aware of expectations. All right, dogs and cats are at this level. An example would be a child recognizing an image of an animal and then attaching a sound. So, like this little girl sees the cow and a moose. Okay. Dogs and cats are also at this level in terms of maybe you put your fist up and they know that means to sit, or you pull out a treat and they know that they need to roll over, part of the play stage. Then we have the Mead's third stage, which is game. That is when a person becomes an expert at symbolic language and communication and has awareness of broader social expectations. This is when you are a human and have a human mind. A great example of that would be like a high school freshman football player understanding the plays, understanding communications from their teammates, all of the hand signals. So that would be a nice example of the third stage. Next, we have C.H. Cooley's looking glass self. Cooley's looking glass self states that how you are is based on how you think other people see you. Okay. And that is broken down into 3 stages as well. The first is take people surrounding you and objectively view and assess yourself. Okay. The second is to imagine their judgment of you. Is this good or bad? And the third is determine if you appear the way you want. You might change your behavior depending on how you think you appear. A great example of that would be a typical day in school when we're actually in person, right? Maybe you wear a certain outfit and your hair a certain way, and then you're imagining how other people are viewing that. Like, oh, they really liked when I curled my hair, so I'm going to change my behavior to do that more during the week. Okay. Next, we have Goffman's dramaturgy theory. When you are in the presence of another person, you are acting. Growing up is simply learning how to act. Okay, that's what Goffman believes. You do not have a self. Self arises from the situation. Okay, you are a collection of characters that you play. A great example of Goffman's dramaturgy theory is how you act around your parents versus how you act around your friends, how you act around your teammates versus your best friend, your coaches compared to your parents, right? You're constantly kind of a different character of yourself. Then lastly, we have the exchange theory by George Holmans. He believes that everything is a mathematical process and awards and punishments are solutions to said process. Okay. And they govern your actions, that everyone is self centered and every action is done for self reward. But not everyone has the same award system. An example, children do things so they can get rewards. They don't yet know why they necessarily do something, right? If you fold the clothes, maybe you get a quarter, right? It's the idea of getting an exchange for it, right? According to the social exchange theory, humans weigh the costs against benefits while forming relationships. What are you going to gain, or what would the punishment be if those relationships took place? Okay, so those are our modern sociological theories. We'll take some time during our live session to apply some of those to our own life.